And speaking of, the New York City mayor's office is being ripped online for this tweet reading, quote, "greatest city in the world," alongside a video of a subway train rolling into a station. It was posted just 13 hours after the attack.
Fox News contributor Joe Concha joins us now. Joe, I'm going to read the tweets in response to this. Quote, one user writing, "Not lately, it's not." Another says, "It used to be, not anymore. We need stronger police." And the most simple, but I think the most effective, read the room in light of the fact that a mass casualty incident took place just hours prior on said subway. What does a tone-deaf tweet like that do when it comes to the confidence of people in their mayor to respond to a crisis?
That's the thing, right? The timing on this, Todd, is obviously craptastically atrocious. Please don't let the interns run the social media of the office of the biggest city in America for the mayor's office there. And look, we need a surge of law enforcement in terms of undercover police officers, uniformed police officers, cameras in subways, employed to the subways down there. Crime has skyrocketed there, particularly, and more than a few folks, they have no choice. It's not like they can avoid the subway. They have to take the subway to get to work every day. I used to live in a city. I know the bus isn't really that great of an option, so people have to go on there whether they like it or not, and they're scared right now, obviously, not just because of what happened yesterday, which was horrific, but every day we would see stories of people being pushed onto the tracks, stabbed from behind, attacked for no reason. So that's where we are at this point. The mayor, Eric Adams, I keep hearing, boy, he's really trying. Yeah, I'm past that stage at this point. Yeah. He must do better with action at this point, guys.
When it comes to the tweet, the only explanation that I could think of is maybe it was a pre-scheduled tweet. Sometimes that happens, but we'll have to wait and see if it rises to the level of an explanation. Joe, something that I did notice yesterday was that police had described the gunman as 5'5", 170-pound black man wearing a vest. And then you look at all of the major newspapers and their characterization of the gunman. They left out his race. Why is that?
Didn't fit a narrative, perhaps, that, let's put it this way, if it was a white guy wearing a red hat instead of a black hat, I can guarantee you this would be 24/7 news right now as far as who the attackers. But we saw it with Waukesha, Wisconsin as well, right? When an African-American man who was out on bail, $1,000 bail after trying to run over the mother of his own child, he then went to that Christmas parade, you may recall, and ran over grandmothers and children, killing, I believe, 6 or 7 people there. And then you didn't hear much about the suspect anymore or their race. And look, the race, in terms of, since we have somebody that we're trying to catch here, does matter, right? Because you're trying to find somebody, and the description does matter in these situations. But unfortunately, our media, because it is a black man in this case, isn't pushing that side as much as it would be if it were, say, a white guy, again, particularly one that wearing a red hat, that would set off alarm bells like we've never seen before.
And again, let's keep in mind, he is still a suspect in this case, so we still have to wait and see. ABC, CBS, NBC avoiding the shocking report of Black Lives Matter $6 million mansion purchase. Joe, has BLM become another third rail for the mainstream media, a la, our friend Hunter?
Right. It's the 11th commandment, let's put it that way, right? Thou shalt not report anything negative on Black Lives Matter, as we see there, 0.0 from the major news networks as far as that story is concerned. And look, this isn't the first time this has happened, by the way. There's a $6 million mansion. You also had a Black Lives Matter co-founder who was caught red-handed plopping down something like $3.4 million for 4 homes last year. And they're using donations to pay for, in the case of the California home, they're paying for that home in cash, and yet the broadcast news outlets outside of Fox News will not report this because they're afraid they're going to be portrayed somehow as a racist for doing so, when this is a legitimate story. Let's put it this way. If this was the Tea Party who did this, yeah, you'd be hearing about it, guys.
Top story on every network if that were the case. Joe Concha, thank you.
Indeed.